microphone. Put that on so everybody can hear you. So it's important that when you come off mute to say what you'd like to say in a question or whatever, just make sure you put your loudspeaker on so everybody can hear you no matter where they are in the space. Respect our speakers' opinions, which don't necessarily reflect those of our XR women or leadership, and raise your hand to ask questions. And as always, connect with others and collaborate. We have the chat going. It's great to have conversation there. So don't wait if you have a question, drop it in there maybe, as well as you can raise your hand. But I'm excited to learn from the students today. So we're all following the same rules. We all just respect everybody. So thank you to our sponsors, our platform sponsors, community, our leadership sponsors, and sponsors who make this happen to be able to host these XR Women events. Join us at AWE this year. We're having our 6th annual XR Women Awards on Wednesday, June 17th at the conference in Long Beach, California. And we're also having an XR Women Roundtable session on Thursday, June 18th from 10 to 11 Pacific time. Those are Pacific times. Obviously, we'll be over there, but right now I'm in Eastern. So there's a discount code if you want to go and attend. It's just there in the corner. Speaker 26D, and the theme this year is iSpatial, humans empowered by spatial AI. So if you're coming, there's also a Slack channel we've got going on, and we'll drop that in the chat if you want to make sure that you're part of the chat, the Slack, and that channel just to coordinate where everybody's going to be and, you know, meeting up, because it's always great to meet up with other XR women in real life. So we also have the awards, as we said, for the Trailblazer, the Innovation Award, and the Real World Impact Award. We had the close off of our nominees, and we're just putting an assessment together and judging. So we'll have those awards. And if you know anybody who would like to sponsor us, we are looking for a really impactful sponsor who is would like to sponsor us, you know, whether it be a coffee shop or anything like that. So vibrancy, we have our museum, and Paige has done an amazing job and is curated some beautiful artwork. If you haven't been in there, it's XR Women Museum. It's a frame platform and open 24/7. And bring somebody you don't know who, you know, who doesn't know anything about 3D art or, you know, virtual museums. It's really easy to get somebody into 3D on desktop these days. So it's a great way to introduce this technology and the real world impact it makes. So, all right, where are we? Oh, call for submissions. Sorry, there's a really loud truck going past. I hope nobody can hear that. Call for submissions. Garden in full bloom. What are you growing right now? So Paige is curating the next museum, and we're looking for artists who can contribute their talent and skills and be added to our next museum. And what a beautiful theme it's going to be. Garden in full bloom with XR Women. All right, we've got community meetups. We have VR workouts with Paige. She's trying to get something going on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and connect with her in the activities and games and Slack channel. So not only do we have golf, which I think we have that slide too, but we now have some workouts that are starting to happen. And I think it's great if anybody wants to jump in and do, you know, physical exercise as a community and support each other. You know, why not support in our wellness and health and activity as we're part of this community, right? And support each other. That's what the ethos of XR Women is. So on Wednesday, May 6th, next week, we have another network in XR. We're going to be in Verbella, and we're going to have some networking. We'll probably have a theme of conversation at the time, but join us anyways. Please do. We'll be in our headquarters, and looking forward to seeing everybody there. That'll be hosted at our Wednesday time at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And then as part of our speaker series on Wednesday, May 20th, we have the Social Science of Social VR with Bree McEwen from the University of Toronto. And this one is going to be an Engage. The link is there to register, and we'll see you there. I'll be in VR to attend this one, and looking forward to hearing more about that. And now over to the Ringling Student Gallery Showcase. I'm excited to pass this over. Karen, I'm not sure if you would like to do a brief introduction, but on behalf of myself and the XR Women Leadership and Community, thank you for contributing your time and effort and your love into this space. And I think it's already beautiful seeing the work that you've put into this, and it sets an example for what to expect and what people should expect and want out of this new way to feature skills and talents, and creating in this unique space, being here immersive. So thank you. Thanks, everyone. Over to you, Karen.
Thank you, Julie. Well, I don't want to, and thank you so much for taking over with those. I really appreciate it. I think we should turn things over now to Vida and the other students to let them lead the program from here. And I hope that it will include some introductions to yourselves as we go along. Please do introduce yourselves as you go. And I just want to say, having gone through the pre-walkthrough, I'm really impressed with what the students have done here and just with their work in general. It's been incredible to see the growth among the learning and the confidence and all the accomplishments that you all have managed to the things you've managed to achieve over the past more than a year since I've known most of you represented here. So hearty congratulations. And I know some of you are graduating. It's very, very exciting. And I'm so happy for you and thrilled to have you as our Ringling student chapter representatives. Congratulations on everything you've done.
Thank you so much for your words. It means a lot. It was really nice to be a part of this community. And to showcase my work and other students' works is a really nice chance to just connect and meet everyone. So thank you. I'm gonna share my screen, but we can start our introductions. My name is Vida, and I am the co-president of the student chapter at Ringling.
And I'm Alaina Smith. I am also the other co-president of the student chapter.
Hi, I'm Yuxuan, also goes by Linda. So I mainly do the art and the content creation, social media for Reading Student Chapter.
And I believe that's Sue, but she might have a bit of an issue with her
Use
microphone.
my mic. I think Sue's trying to troubleshoot her mic real quick.
Hello.
Oh
There
yeah,
you go.
now you can be heard.
I'm Sue. My full name is Hyesoo, but I also go by Sue, and I am the treasurer for the student chapter committee.
That's the four of us. And I'm just gonna present you a quick runabout about what is the Student Gallery and what we're presenting. So the Student Gallery is an event that the chapter is putting as an opportunity for fellow classmates to showcase their digital work in a manner that is not usual for us, as usually here we go to an art school, but usually the galleries here are in person and more for paintings, illustrations, and such. So to have this opportunity to showcase our 3D assets, our videos of our projects, and such, it makes it more accessible for us, as well as this is a way for us to be introduced to the industry, to you guys, and to just get feedback and connect. So in the past, we have done a couple of student showcases in which students talk about a project they have done. And because we're having the gallery, we didn't want it to be pushed aside. So we made little areas to showcase the previous students' projects that they have showcased before. So right now we will have Patchwork Pizzeria in Paddington Manor. And hopefully with this, if any future students want to showcase their work as well, they can take this as inspiration of what they can do. We also have a section for Best of Ringling, as is a annual Juridic student exhibition that showcases the outstanding creativity and talent of our students. So members of our student chapters within the VR section have gotten recognized, and we wanted to push that further into a little area to just celebrate their hard work. So within the booths, you will be able to see some little banners. And if you are ever want to connect with a student or just talk about more about their projects, you can click on the banner and it should take you to their LinkedIn and you can connect with them. There's also a couple of images that you can click. A couple of them have links to other websites that go into either more detail of their projects, or you can zoom in and read more about what it might say. And hopefully for the future of this project, we try to limit this within the Ringling College so we could just test out basically the limits of the exhibition or framer with like all of the assets and such. But hopefully with this, we can expand it into making it for future student chapters from other colleges to also be able to showcase their work in a shared space. And that's kind of all I have at the moment. Thank you for coming and for looking at our work.
Amazing. Yeah, I really love what you all have done here. Congratulations. And I know that we did an informal walk with you who were here before. Vida, how would you like for people to ask any questions they might have about what they saw or your process on this? Would this be a good time for that, for
Oh,
questions from attendees?
absolutely. This would be a nice time to answer any questions that anyone might have.
I was quite interested in what you were saying about this being an opportunity to display your work that you don't always get at the art college. Can you talk about that a little bit more?
Absolutely. So here in our school, we have galleries every once in a while, such as either fine arts or illustration make a little section for their students that people in person can come into and look around. However, for us, it becomes more limited as we usually deal with game projects, VR, headsets, our 3D models, and renders, and it's harder for us to showcase to people in person. So with this, we wanted to just create a more accessible way for students to showcase their work in other ways, a manner that will be kind of harder to in real life. So yeah, it was a really nice experience to work through this with my fellow members of the student chapters and also other students in the major and outside the major as well, because we have a student from illustration who participated, and also a student from game art. So it's nice that people come together to showcase their work.
That's awesome. I'm going to step out and collect some people and bring them over here, but please continue the conversation.
Sure. I do have a comment. I'd love to comment and kind of I'll tie it into a question, but I've had this thought a while now because of the museum that Paige has curated, and seeing the designs of art and then rotating them out and then bringing new ones in, and it's like, well, don't forget about those ones from before. Like, where did they go? And I think that this technology just lends itself to like such an amazing way to build sustainable, long-term, profiles or projects or assets of our history. And one of the things that I worked on a while ago, I was thinking this because, and Karen worked on this with me too, was a museum, immersive museum of some artifacts that we put into 3D and then put it into this museum. But in learning about that, we learned how much art and history, like historical art, is hidden in people's houses, in like cages, in basements, in tunnels, in warehouses, and nobody can see this art and how much there is out there that hasn't, and imagine if we could explore all of that art. Imagine we could see all of that stuff. And this is part of the collection that we were working with that brought some of that to life. And if you go back into my stories, you can see it about the snuff boxes. They were tiny little boxes that we made into 3D. But just coming, okay, now I'll ground it back to you. Is building something like this is like a sustainable house of identity, right? Of each of you, of all of the work that you do that's tied to your creation, and continuing to house something like this and make it grow really builds a sovereignty about this place. And I'm doing a lot of studying around that right now, so I can see it. But I just wanted to commend you on building this, because technically it's the base layer. You're the founding layer of curating artists in their creativity and their work in a sovereign way at the core. So congratulations. And there, I'll pass it over to you.
Thank you so much. It is truly great to have this resource to share our work, and it definitely shapes our identity, especially as we're graduating, having this kind of like time capsule that we can look back into maybe in a couple of years, where we ourselves are in the industry and just look how much we have evolved. I think will be a really special part about this showcase.
Absolutely. Thank you. Anybody else want to jump in and share?
Ask a question.
Oh, for sure.
If my technology will cooperate. Going forward, as each of you has your dream career, when you have your dream career, what will that look like?
Would that be? Oh, Sue, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, talking about dream careers and career path, I definitely want to do something along the lines of what a creative technologist would do. So, from my research and understanding, a creative technologist would find an issue within the market, like within the consumer base or within the business landscape, and provide rapid prototype solutions to these issues or problems that is persisting. So I realized recently, as I am doing a lot of AI assisted prototyping nowadays, that I really love solving a certain issue or a problem that lies within the industry or a certain market. Because yes, it is true that I could just turn around and walk away and not deal with this kind of like issues. Like, I don't have to do anything about it. Like, I don't have to take on the risk. But I also do believe that when there's risk, like there's also money, like there's also revenue in it. So as long as like I could provide a solution and satisfy the needs, then I believe like it's a way to expand um skill sets and also a way to like contribute tech for good in this society nowadays. So that's like a dream career that I'm into and would be very focused to going into. Yeah, and although sadly, although sadly, like the current like projects that I actually feel like that reflects my desire to go down this career path is not on this exhibition today. If you would like to converse with me one on one in my little booth where private like audio is available, or further reach me out in LinkedIn on regarding what kind of AI assisted prototypes I'm making, I'm more than happy and glad to have an individual chat as well. But yeah, that's my career path that I want to go so far, and I think I'm on the right path. Yeah.
Thank you. I would love to reach out to you.
Thank you.
I can maybe go next. So, I'm Linda, and I have been like somehow pretty clear of my career goal since I was really little. I just love doing art. I have been an art kid throughout my whole life, and so basically my ultimate goal, I would say, for maybe like I want to see myself be at after maybe like 10 years or stuff. My ultimate goal is to be like an art director. But as of now, my dream career would be like technical artist because I really enjoy doing art, and I still enjoy using tech as approach for me to do art. And I also went to some like hackathons with people, and I really enjoy to work with team and use some technical ability to build a pipeline that serves with great visuals and with great appearance. I really just enjoy making things look pretty in general, both in no matter like 2D, 3D, or tech art or VR, like everything. Like it's those are all like approach for me to make things look good. So I would say that's my career goal.
I'll go next. Really similar to Linda. Hi, I'm Alaina, by the way. I'm really interested in the 3D art world. I think that an ideal job for me is I think I'd be happiest doing environments or prop art in healthcare. I honestly I enjoy all of it, so I don't really think I have a preference necessarily where I'm at as long as I get to create a really nice environment for something to be in. So my ideal job is environment artist doing really cool stuff. I want to be everywhere.
And I believe for me, my ideal or dream career would be something regarding problem solving. From what I have learned throughout these last 4 years at Ringling, I have truly enjoyed the challenges that I have been given to make projects under certain constraints, either that be by optimizing a game or wondering how to make an interaction work, how to work under the specific constraints that a client might have, be that during SIGGRAPH or Johns Hopkins with sickle cell. Um, I just enjoyed working through everything on the pipeline, either that be coding interactions, making assets, particle effects, and such. So my ideal career would be something that lets me just solve problems within the pipeline of VR, XR, and such.
Thank you very much. It'll be great to watch all of you achieving your goals.
Thank you.
3 out of 4 said problem solving. Isn't that cool?
I'm so impressed with you all, and I think that you mentioned some hackathons that you had participated in, you Vida, and I think some of the others maybe mentioned them too. I think that the world needs to know some of any of the prizes and awards that you all have won, because I know that there are definitely some award winners here among the Ringling student chapter members. So yeah, in fact, I would like to make a suggestion, if it's not already here in the individual rooms, that you maybe put up somewhere in this space a list of some of your awards, things that you've won.
Absolutely, we can do that. I believe we might have some space to make it into one of the rooms and make it a little awards honor section. So that'll be a really nice addition.
Cool. And tell us about your accomplishments in the hackathon circuit over the past year or so.
So this past year, I have been honored to go to Reality Hack. Reality Hack was able to provide me a little, how do I say, like little travel resources. So they were able to pay for my travel and my Airbnb room stay and there to participate in the hackathon. And during the hackathon, I worked at the track hardware, in which we made a Jazzcasters, which is a game done in Unity for the Meta headset, using hand tracking for basically making spells that create instruments. And with that, we won a track for Meta that was the uh, best use of hand tracking. So that was a really nice accomplishment that I made with my team with such a tight constraint of 72 hours. It was truly a nice and unique experience. And I'm glad I was able to bring fellow students along to MIT Reality Hack, as I know Linda really enjoyed it and she went on to explore other hackathons if she wants to talk about her experience in those.
For sure, for sure. Yeah. Me, Vida, Alaina, and another friend of us, Jimmy, we all went to the reality hack as a start, and then I actually got invited by my hackathon teammates from Reality Hack to participate in another hackathon, which was also Extra Woman was actually one of the sponsor of that hackathon. It's called Word in Action Hackathon, and its focuses on like word model implementation and stuff. And my team were we made a product which turns kids illustration and vision into a 3D workable stylized space, and our project was actually very proudly be one of the winner of the filmmaking entertainment track of the Words in Action hackathon. And yeah, that was pretty much it.
I have participated in the Reality Hack MIT this year as well, along with Vida, Jimmy, Linda, and Natasha and Ange. Um, although my team didn't really win any tracks, but it was definitely a valuable experience, and it was interesting how our team could bring such a pressing social issue and combine it with technology and try to do like tech for a better cause, where we were basically trying to make a community based app that goes against ICE, and the community is able to report ICE incidents around their town. So it was definitely meaningful, both technically and socially, for me to experience it during the hackathon. And I think my biggest takeaway is all the amazing people I've met there and the amazing experience I had, along with the insight on how to develop on Snap spectacles. So it was a very lovely experience indeed.
I think I forgot to mention, but so I also want to share a little bit more with the project I worked on during Reality Hack. So my team also didn't win during Reality Hack, but we got some cool opportunities afterwards. Because our project, so both participating in different teams in the hardware track. I actually have like zero knowledge of hardware before going there, but I was just curious, and I was able to team up with this amazing team, with like a bunch of really cool people, and we made this project named PowerPad, and we were using Arduino Uno Q, for like to build our hardware. So we actually got invited by Arduino Day not too long ago, to be showcasing our project like on their Adreno Day live event. And also they just posted like a blog post on their Areno like official website, um, like to showcase a bit of our project. So, and we also got a lot of positive comments on our LinkedIn post. So in the general, I really love that project as well. Yeah.
Very cool. And yes, I think Linda, you mentioned the awards that you got as a graduating senior at Ringling, which were the best thesis project and the outstanding senior in VR. Is that correct? Did I get that?
Yes, actually, a lot of us sitting at this table got honors from Best of Ringling. So me personally, I'm really honored to get the gold jury award for my thesis project, Echoes Within, which is like for you to like step into a kid's perspective, a girl with autism, to try to understand some daily challenges and have more understanding. And I know Vida and Lena, do you guys want to talk about what you? Oh, and I also very honored was able to receive the most outstanding senior for the major award. And I know Natasha also won something, and Alaina and Vida also won something. Do you all want to share a bit?
Please do.
Yeah, so this year for Best of Reading, Vida and I were on a thesis team together, and so we submitted, and we were really honored to win the school's president's award, chosen by our school's president, as the most outstanding project submitted for Best of Ringling. And then as a team, we also won a Best Technical Artistry for the project, which is something really amazing. Like some of our team members really worked hard to make a really cool interaction for our thesis game. So it felt really good to, get that acknowledgement for them as well.
And then, so I presented about the Boddington Manor at the student showcase, so that was fun. And then I won bronze. But all the Ringling projects are amazing, and the school is really great.
Such impressive work by all of you. Really, I'm just blown away by the professionalism and the range of your talents and all your accomplishments. I'm incredibly proud. I'm getting emotional thinking about it. And as I said, it's just been a joy to watch you all grow and develop over the last year and more that we have known you and been interacting with you as the Ringling student chapter. Yeah, and I, want to remind everyone here that this is a space that you can come back to at any time and go in and visit all the little rooms and see in more depth the student work that is there and interact with it, because they went to a lot of trouble to build in these different interactions and to add 3D models and other ways of representing the work that has been done by the students who are here at this table, as well as others. It's really, really impressive. And so I hope that all of you as the students will bring people back here, give them the link to this space if you want to show them something you've worked on. Even just putting this together, I know that's really sort of a holder for work that you've done elsewhere, but it also is something else that you've accomplished by building out this virtual space. And please, everyone, spread the word about this.
Absolutely, that will be some of the things we will do. We are really proud of how this showcase came together. So we will definitely pass it around students and on LinkedIn as well, so people can come by and walk around.
Awesome. What would you like to do next as part of the event?
So I believe now we can just walk around and look into the different booths that there is.
Awesome.
Maybe go into a little bit more of in detail. I'm just wondering who here has been able to see all of them, or if everyone was able to.
I would love to spend the next 10 minutes looking around myself, just because I haven't had a chance yet. So yeah.
For sure.
Or we can do like an official walkthrough with everyone.
Sure. Whatever. Yeah, let's go walk around. Let's go check it out. Thank you so much, everybody. I know, well, why don't you close off? Because once everybody kind of leaves this space, everybody's going to be in their different spaces, right? So on behalf of myself, anyways, thank you so much for the presentation today, and to the community who's here as well, which I think is so important, because we're going to,
Thank you so much.
we need to try and build a mentorship, a relationship between students and the women in our community, and help each other grow as we're going through these times of transformation and learning all these new things together. So thank you for hosting this space, and I appreciate it from XR Women. Thank you.
Yes, and we can learn a lot from you all.
Yes, exactly.
And we also really appreciate everyone who stopped by today.
Yes. And thank you so much for the kind words. And thank you so much for coming in, despite I can't imagine how demanding your schedules would be. And thank you for always, being here for us, two students, and giving us advice and guidance along the way. Without, XR Woman and support from you guys, I don't think we would have been here. So thank you all very much.
That's so awesome.
We're so proud of you guys. So thank you. Thanks for sharing with us your lesson. So, all right, let's everybody do a dance before we go. Okay, ready? Come on, I gotta find my dance.
Oh my God, how do you do the dance?
Everybody has to dance. Oh, there we go.
How do you do the dance?
Oh, it's on the emote.
Emojis, and then at the menu there, the emotes is the second.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right, let's go explore. Thanks, everyone.
Cool.
Okay, so where do you want to start? Vida, do you want to go into one of the rooms and show it in more depth? I've got the camera still rolling here, so we can maybe all squeeze into to one of the rooms, or I can go to, a few of us can at a time, and then record how you go through those.
So, just for a heads up, me, Linda, and Natasha are currently also in a class as well. So, if we were doing a walkthrough, I think it would be much better if we could start off with Linda, Natasha, and me.
Okay.
In just for the sake of like having to run out early to
Sure. What time does your class start? Does it start?
It has actually been started.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'd just greatly appreciate it if we would start out the walkthrough with students in class.
Yeah, sure. We can start right over here then with Sue's booth if you want. Like right on this side.
Yes. So once again, like I have already mentioned during our walkthrough at the start, I'm doing a big portfolio like change makeover right now. So sadly, I don't have like a lot of the things that I feel like that represents me exhibited here today. However, the projects that I am working on, firstly, I'm working on like this AI companion prototype where I fed like average values from human brain scan data into the system prompt of an AI. So when you're conversing with an AI chatbot, like it does not feel like you're talking with a chatbot, but feels much more natural and human-like. And another AI assisted prototype that I'm making in Unity that ships to Apple Vision Pro is like a medical heads-up display prototype. So there's like a huge time waste issue in large hospitals because doctors have to use their time in collecting patient data or collecting papers when seeing a patient. So I came up with an idea that, hey, considering the fact that the headsets are also probably going to change over to smart glasses soon, why don't I make a AR prototype where as soon as the doctor wears a device and looks at a patient, there's like a heads up display of the patient diagnosis, status, vitals, and whatever that's like crucial for the doctor to see this patient. So I'm wrapping that project up today as well. So sadly, it's not displayed on my booth today, but if you'd like to reach out to me further to chat with me regarding the two projects, please feel free to. I also do have my portfolio linked on my LinkedIn profile. So if you're also curious of the other works and contributions I have made in my time here in Ringling, please feel free to check them out. But yeah, so on the right is like a large beauty shot from my thesis game called Fungal Phobia. That's like a start wait lobby. So it's like a VR dark ride where you have to ride this cart through this uh, destroyed lab overtaken by mutilated fungus. So it's a simple, fun, arcadey kind of like VR game. I focused a lot of environment art in that project, and on the left you can see my realistic shoe model that I've done from Maya to Substance Painter pipeline. So that's my booth. Thank you. If you have any questions, please feel free to like ask me.
Okay, thank you. Who's next?
Okay, I can go next. So here's my booth. Okay, this is my space. I'm Linda, by the way. So basically, I don't know if this little room can handle this many people, but there's also some images on the backside of the wall. So maybe any of you can feel free to walk inside and check it out later. So the stuff I put into my place was like the two major part I have done for this year. So one on the right hand side is some shots from my thesis project, Ecosystem, which got me the Gold Jury Award from Professor Ringling. Yay! So for Ecosystem, it's a pretty personal project for me because it's my solo VR thesis project. Also, it's on topic of autism. Because a very close one of mine actually has autism, and I see some daily challenge she has to experience. Like it's just like I know there's nothing wrong with her. It's just her word is built differently. So, and I was introduced to this concept of VR for good while my time at Ringling. So I decided to do something like this for my thesis because I think it's very special for me. And as I previously shared a little bit, I'm really into the art side, and I really want to be an art. I'm just really enjoy doing art in general. I think this would be a great approach. I think then I can keep it like visually interesting while also let the audience can have some takeaway. Maybe next time they will have more understanding or empathy when they see someone like my character in their real life. So yeah, that's my thesis project. And on the wall, you probably need to go inside to see, but there are some shots for my environment, and I also have a bit of a description on the wall for my for my project. And on this side of the wall, which is the left hand side, are some shots. So because I participated in 2 hackathons this year, as I briefly mentioned, and that cute puppy on the chair, if you see, is actually the character we did. I designed for the MIT Reality Hack. So because our project is named Power Pet, and it's a it's like a digital twin, which there's a robotic arm in the real life, and there's a plushie attached to it. But in the VR space, you will see this virtual pet, and you're actually able to pet it, and it's gonna be able to give you interactions, and it's just cute in general. I would say I just place it on the chair there. Very cute. And on the other 2 images are Yume, like my the project we won for the best filmmaking entertainment track for Words in Action hackathon. So yeah, Extra Woman was actually one of the sponsors as well. This project was to able to convert a kid's drawing into a 3D space. And also one cool functionality we have is we actually have the functionality to have a picture of the kid's plushie, or a like a rough illustration they have, and turn it into a 3D model which fits the style of the environment. And kids can actually kind of have this bring their loved one, like the plushie, with them into this virtual world. And that's the vision. So yeah, these are pretty big wins for me this year, so I just wanted to share in the student gallery. And more videos can be seen in my LinkedIn and dev post, so feel free to connect with me. And there will um, unfortunately, like, this gallery limits to 3 videos maximum, so I couldn't upload any videos here. But there's definitely some more videos on my LinkedIn and other platforms. So feel free to check it out and feel free to connect with me. Yeah, that's pretty much about my station.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Linda.
Hi. That was great, Linda and Sue. I'm Natasha, and if you guys want to follow me, my booth is all the way. So, first of all, thank you for everyone who was able to attend the student showcase on February 26th of this year, where I presented about Baddington Manor, which was a virtual haunted house experience, which we had a few months to develop here at Ringling College, and it was so fun to make. So here are some of the little models and stuff that I had in my game, some of the breakdowns. That was fun, but if you come over here, this was the power glove that I made for one of our assignments. And funny thing is, I'm not actually really interested in entertainment. I'm more interested in serious applications like education and medical. One of the other projects that we did was a client project with Moat Marine, which was a seagrass conservation project. So that was pretty fun. There's a screenshot of it over there in that booth. But yeah, I mean, I'm a junior and I love being part of XR Women. I think it gives us a really great space to showcase our work. And yeah, thank you everyone for coming.
Yay! Before I go, I would maybe like to introduce Tong Tong's before I leave.
Oh yeah.
Just I probably know her project a little better if we head this way. Yeah. So Tong Tong is like an illustration student here at Ringling College of Art and Design, and she majors in illustration, but she also has great interest with 3D. So she actually took a lot of classes as in like game art and virtual reality, and so she has this very unique art style. So she does concept art, she does 2D illustrations, and she has also participated in some indie animated film. And you can see like on the side of the wall, I also put some of her illustrated work, which is stunning. She really has this fantastic like fantasy feeling, unique style. And on the side, I really wanna like emphasize this amazing asset she has over here. This is because originally she was just giving me the video, but I think it would be so cool if I have this in space. So she actually just like she learned Unreal, she learned how to export at JLB, and she just sent it to me this morning. But I think it looks great in the space. Feel free to connect with her, and she's a really talented artist. That's it. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna share. So back to you, Vida. I think you can lead everyone else through the remaining journeys.
Yeah.
I'll go next if that's okay, because I have to go to work here soon, so I'll go ahead and
Sorry to be running over so much here, but yes, please, Alaina, yeah.
So we'll go ahead and go to my booth over here. So, hi, I'm Alaina, and so inside my booth, we'll start on the left side. One of the projects that I chose on here was we did a character in our junior year, and I chose to do a alien, and it was a really, really big challenge for me because I did it all in ZBrush, and up until that point, I had done everything in Maya, so I hadn't sculpted yet. And so I really wanted to challenge myself with, trying something that I've never tried before for the character project, and I really enjoyed how it came out. And I'm a huge horror fan, so it's something that I really fell in love with doing, sculpting. So I hope to do more character work in the future because it was beyond fun. And then on the right side, I have my Power Glove for my sophomore year. I kind of wanted the gallery to be all the work that I've accomplished throughout my time at Ringling. So I did a Power Glove in my sophomore year, and I was really happy with how it came out. And above that is these boots that we made. We had to do a hard, semi-hard, and soft asset, and so I chose to do these cute star boots, and it's just really fun to get to explore different types of 3D where it's stylized or realism or characters. And so I also included some renders of my haunted house that I did. And on top is we do a choice project in our senior year, and I chose to do a more realistic environment, and I chose to do a metro station. And a lot of the environments that I've done up until this point have been stylized, and so I really wanted to push myself to try something a little bit more in the realism world. And so I found a lot of joy in getting it to look close to my reference pictures and really get it to actually look realistic. So that was something that I really I've fallen in love a lot with the 3D art world, and so I'm very excited to continue on.
Wonderful. That's so great. Thank you.
So I believe I'll just continue down the row and kind of go through it quite quick, not quickly, but like we
Yeah,
have already
let's see
gone.
your work, Vida, since you
Oh,
before
my
you show
work.
anyone else's. I think let's don't neglect yourself.
For sure. Um, so on this side, actually, it's my little booth. There is quite a couple of stuff there. For example, I have my little 3D model Axobot I made last year, and on the top there is a little break and the little grass flowers that is on the bottom. And on the right side, I have another model that is my rigid, semi-rigid, and soft object shoe, which I chose to do an inline skates. And you can also see a little logo from Jazzcasters, which was my MIT reality hack project I worked on with my group. And if you click on it, it will take you to my portfolio site that just talks more about the project and what I have and my part of it. So my 3D models, my particle effects, shaders, and all that. As well as on right next to it, it's a little birthday cake from I was debugging, so this is a screenshot of me debugging this cake because this project was a AR birthday cake card, as it was like a little birthday card to give to people when you cannot actually physically give them a birthday card. So
That's so cool. Yeah.
yeah, if you click on the image, it should be able to take you to the breakdown of the project as well. But yeah, that's kind of my little booth.
Awesome. So well done.
Thank you. All right, so I'll just go through the remaining booths and then I'll let you all explore and just look around. So down this hallway is Wuji Tong, which is one of our allies from the student chapters. We wanted to be as open for many students as possible, just to be close and just not have that separation. I think that's the best word to use. But in here you can see some of his work, which ranges from 3D modeling, in which from the right side you can see he worked on this helmet pilot thing for his also hard, semi-rigid, and soft mesh. And on the left you can see breakdowns of his mecha. He's very known in the major as the mecha guy, as he loves to make robots. So if you ever need a robot, this is the guy to talk to. And on this side, we have Austin. He is a junior, going on to be a senior next year. Inside this booth, you can find his 3D work, as well as his project for the haunted house, which you can see there's a little video there from the trailer of his environment and game if you're interested in learning more about it. Yeah. Right next to it, we have Ange. They are a senior and they're gonna graduate with us this year as well. Inside their booth, you can see two of their most recent projects. On the left, you can see they're modeling a character for VR chat, which, as it shows, it's already rigged and it has expressions and everything. It came out really nice. And on the right, you can see their thesis project screenshots from their environment that they made in Unity, which this project you are a kind of a creature with feathers and you can fly around. We will they will probably talk about it more in the future. So if you're willing to connect with them, they will be more than happy then to talk about their thesis. Right next to Ange over here is the previous student showcase from earlier this year that me, Alaina, and Linda did for Patchwork Pizzeria, which was our project for kiddos with sickle cell disease. This is a physical therapy game which basically kids make pizza through a variety of exercises and stretches. And you can read more about the information we presented in this student showcase here by clicking on the little images.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Yeah, it was a really nice experience to talk about patchwork earlier this year. And now I'm happy to just have it here as a little honorable mention from this past year. On this side, right next to Alaina's booth, we have Best of Ringling awards, in which we showcase all the projects that won. Website in which people can scroll through and look at the descriptions more closely and just look into the projects a bit more. But in here, as we mentioned before, President's Award, it was awarded to Arena 51, which was a project in which Alaina Smith, Nick Whittle, Wuji Tong, and me worked on for our senior thesis. And then for gold, it was awarded to Linda for Echoes Within. And then for silver, it was awarded to Train Up Server, which was a simulation training program for policemen for their observation skills, which we have a little PDF on the left side. As well as we have the bronze for Paddington Manor from Natasha. So all around, it was a great year. Everyone did great on their projects. And yeah, we also have some other mentions such as who won Outstanding Senior, Junior, and Sophomore, as well as the project who got VR for Good, which was a project that Natasha participated in called Seagrass Rescue.
Amazing. You all are so accomplished.
Thank you. Oh, and also, by the way, before I forget, Paddington Manor can be played on Steam if anyone's interested in experiencing Natasha's game on Steam.
Yeah.
Right next to it, we have Risuyan, which is also another member of our student chapter. She's a junior, going on to be a senior next year. And inside here, you can see a couple of her work, ranging from the right side is her VR for Good game, which is a little VR painting game in which you're at a beach and then you can paint a little canvas variety of stuff. You can see her little code breakdown there. And on the left, you can see some stuff for her possible thesis game next year, ranging from the little power glove that she made last year, which is a super cute art style, and an asset she worked on for her game, which is, I believe, a cleaning simulation in this spaceship. So I'm really excited to see what she does next year. And Last but not least, we have Yuxuan on this side, which is an ally from our student chapter. I believe he's a game art student who is minoring in VR. Right now, he's a junior, and next year he's gonna be a senior. But inside his booth, you can see a variety of stuff ranging from his concepting artwork, from models, and there's even a video of his environment that he made earlier this year. And yeah, I believe that's all we have for booths, if I'm not wrong. I don't think I missed anything.
It's really amazing. I love the way you all put these together, and so much put into it. So thank you, and congratulations. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, I think that we need to make sure that everybody brings more people back here
Mhm.
for, you know, to see the show, to see what you've created, and to see the work of the members of the chapter, and to explore more deeply what you have all accomplished. And we, as Julie said before, I will echo it again, we are incredibly proud of all of you. And we hope that you will continue to stay involved with the XR Women community after you graduate, and that you will find some opportunities through being part of the community, whether that's or whether it's just, you know, asking someone for advice, or for connections to people. There are so many ways in which we hope that the community will be able to support you enter into your careers after graduation. So yes, thank you for coming, Dot. Great to have you here as always, and we appreciate your support of the students. And with that, I think we'll bring the recording to a close, and we will formally end this session. But feel free to hang out, anyone who wants to.
Sure. Thank you, everyone who came and saw all of our projects. We truly appreciate it, and we look forward to talk a lot more about our projects, about your experience within the industry, and overall, thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming, really.
Thanks for having us. Thank you. Just to close out with Karen.